Senator Murkowski.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and welcome to the committee, Mr. Secretary. Good to see you. I want to talk about the pending BEAD final proposal. Alaska is one of the states that has not yet been approved by NTIA for the final BEAD decision. I'm told that we've got until February 11th, so this week, to get 3 undecided projects under the BSL threshold. So just a couple questions in this vein this morning. As I have shared with you in the communications and the conversations we've had in my office, Alaska kind of has looked at the BEAD program as this one-time opportunity for us to really try to address the digital divide that we see in very rural spaces. The restructuring notice that came out last year has made it a little bit difficult, I'll just say, for the Alaska Broadband officer. This is what they're telling me in terms of just what they feel are some of the changing goalposts. And so they're trying to figure out how we, again, get maximum yield out of this very important program. As you know, construction seasons are not 365 days a year. I need your commitment that that we will see approval of Alaska's proposals promptly so that we can get to work in this upcoming construction season.
I'm happy to make such a commitment.
Great, I appreciate that. The non-statutory cost threshold per BSL in Alaska has shifted multiple times in my communications with NTIA. Can you tell me what per BSL cost threshold is being used in Alaska with regard to the final BEAD proposal? What we need to know is what's the threshold, and can we count on the fact that it's not going to be changing on us yet again?
My understanding is that actually Alaska is on the 1 yard line. I mean, we're just about there.
Okay.
I think the only issue was that island.
There's 3 islands.
But
St. Paul, St. Lawrence, and McGrath. McGrath is not an island. It may as well be an island because it's...
my understanding was the conversations were with respect to the island and that we were very, very close to a solution between us. So my expectation was, in fact, it may be resolved today or tomorrow.
Okay, that would be great, and I'm sure your teams will be working with us to give more information. Let's talk just a sec about the unspent funds. It's my understanding that the final provisional awards approved by NTIA are going to award the states much less than their original BEAD allocations. I don't know how much is actually left on the table. The question that I have is what happens to it? Is it returned to the Treasury? How much is intended to return to the Treasury? What are the plans for the funds? We're looking at it from the perspective of, look, everything in Alaska, and you know this, everything is just so high cost. Every dollar matters. We get it. We're operating under the assumption that Congress intended all these funds to be dispersed in a smart and a wise way. We get that. But a question for you in terms of what the plans are for unspent funds and just a commitment that these remaining funds be allocated in a way that are used to do exactly what we intended with this program, which is to strengthen all aspects of communication, particularly when it comes to our emergency or public safety communication in these rural areas where you just have these incredible gaps, but also within the critical mile infrastructure. So we know we want to be smart with our money, but these were funds that were directed for a very specific reason, the need is huge, and in many cases, it's just a little more expensive than maybe in the lower 48.
We have no plans for rescission.
Okay? There's a difference, though, between rescission and unspent funds.
So we have $21 billion. So we have executed universal broadband, gotten every state, covering each and every person that every state asked to cover, yours included. We will have $21 billion remaining. So we are starting tomorrow a listening tour. We have 900 people signed up for tomorrow. We will meet with your office and your staff if you would like. What are your best ideas? You've said it, I think, very, very well. Let's do it smart. Let's do it efficiently. Let's do it effectively. We have covered everybody who needed it in the United States universally at that high performance standards that you set for $21 billion less. We have now a great opportunity. We have $21 billion. Let's design together the smartest thing to do with that money for the benefit of your state and for all of the states of America. I think that is our objective, and we start that tomorrow.
Okay, well, I will look forward to those follow-on conversations, both with regards to the Alaska-specific projects and then on the going forward. Again, I recognize that we are, the way I say it, is we've never been the benefit of the bargain in many cases because we're just so high cost. And it's not because it's waste, fraud, or abuseful. It is just far out there. So this is an opportunity that we have to really do right by all Alaskans, even in the most remote of remote places. And we look forward to working with you to address their needs as well. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.